subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button.
Press the subscribe button. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. Woo! I'm your host, Shawan Burns. In today's video, we have a plethora of information to share with you. Tesla, some stuff. So without further ado, we're going to bring up our super producer. Super producer, are you with me? What's going on, girl? You burning it from both ends.
Listen, y'all, let me apologize because I am the reason that we are late because super producer, child, was catching some extra Z's. Do you hear me?
Z's,
because Lord have mercy. Super producer don't really be sleeping too good, you know.
Okay.
So
you got to get you some melatonin.
Child,
knock you right out.
I would never be on time. And then, I would be groggy. I would be so groggy. That's another reason I stopped giving it to my kids, is because it make my kids lethargic the next day.
Okay.
And
maybe
can't
it was
really
too strong for them.
Yeah,
a half dose or something.
I'm not really like a medicine person.
Okay.
So I don't just go around giving my kids medicine. Like, I know that people go around giving their kids diamond tap and stuff to knock them out just to go to sleep. Yeah. I'm not their parent. We just gonna suffer through it together. So it's just really hard. Listen, good morning to you. Let me tell you, come on now. YouTube. Y'all go over to Unpopular Opinion 2.0 or Unpopular Opinion so you can subscribe so we can get that going. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me say my good mornings. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Carrington. Hold on, let me put this up on screen. Justin. Carrington. Hello. Toy Mafia in the building. Toy Mafia. Tyrone Price. That's a new one. Hello. I'm sure you're from Shawan's page.
Yeah.
Good morning to you.
Page.
Old Gamer, good morning. Listen, Jim C.
In the building.
Come on, Jim C. Jim C. always giving us that link card. Always. Thank you, Jim C. Good morning. All right. All right. We got that out of the way. Since I was late, we're going to go ahead and get started. Because I got things to do today. I got
tons of stuff to do today.
Yeah, I got things to do today because of my members. I have a members only live. So, all right. This was you, Shawan.
Oh, my goodness. Since it's cold outside, I thought all the Tesla drivers need to be forewarned because they have death robot Tesla swarm. Does that video plays on your end?
It did when I did it. Shawan's already throwing shade and hating this morning. Just want to, let you know. I mean, she said it. This was her, not me. Here you go. Hold on 1 second.
Charging station in Oak Brook, a scene mirrored in other supercharging stations.
This is crazy. It's a disaster. Seriously.
With temperatures falling into the negative double digits, these charging ports have stopped charging, leaving many Tesla owners stranded here in long lines since Sunday.
Nothing, no juice. It's still on 0%. And this is 3 hours this morning being out here after being out here 8 hours yesterday.
Has it been charging?
No, not at all.
It just isn't working.
At all. It's just frozen, and so I'm getting it towed to the Tesla service center because that's my only option at this point.
Adding to their frustration, they say, is that they're getting no help when they call Tesla for assistance.
No response from Tesla. We have been suffering since yesterday Afternoon.
These are unusually cold temperatures. Do you find this acceptable?
Oh, we got a bunch of dead robots out here.
Dead robots. Dead Teslas packed the parking lot at this Tesla supercharging station in Oak Brook, a scene mirrored in other supercharging stations.
Okay,
This is
Chad.
crazy. It's
So yeah, just a warning because they do still freeze up in the battery. They have a hard time charging or holding a charge in the wintertime under certain temperatures. So if you're out and about, you might want to get that gas-powered vehicle out. You know.
First of all, this happened last year. So let me give y'all one. See, I told y'all this is the reason. This lady right here, Shawan Burns, is the reason that
What lady?
that this is the reason that Mary J made that song "No More Hateration." She the reason.
I just don't want my people to be stranded. I didn't know how many black folks was.
First of all, let me tell you,
surprised.
this happened last year, and let me tell you, Tesla drivers. First of all, something. What's a shame is that you will buy a vehicle and not read the manual or know what to do. That's what's the shame, is that you would buy something and not research it first. Because if they had researched, they would have found out that they needed to go into their settings on their pretty little Tesla screen and set the battery for cold weather.
Yeah.
And so there's a button right there that says set for cold weather, because you cannot charge a cold Tesla battery. So when you hit that button that says set for cold weather, then the battery stays warm. There's a warmer. And the battery stays warm, and then it will take the charge. So it wasn't nothing wrong with the charging stations. Y'all just didn't research. Like, I don't know who buy a vehicle and don't.
Well, now I'm about to throw some more shade. You know, black folks don't read. If you put it in the book, it won't get looked. No, just
you know what? Now y'all know that Shawan be ghetto over here for no reason at all. Okay, and so this is what's happening today. So right, it's no different than any other day. You're right. She be over here on some ish, but just research. I don't know how much reading, because now Google will read to you, so you really don't have no excuse. But anywho, that's what you do. You go to your little settings, go to the battery.
Will be saying, "Oh, my battery frozen." Like people won't even research it on Google.
Tyrone, I like you already. Good morning, Miss Prebandana. How are you? Sam, good morning. Tyrone, I like you already. He said, yes. Hello, super producer. You're right.
Yeah.
Child, do you know how I've never heard that from one of Shawan's followers?
Oh, Justin said you right. He my follower.
And
sometimes.
he be
sometimes. Yeah.
Very rare though. That's a very rare sighting. So, you have a Tesla. Go to the little settings in there. Hit the battery. Underneath there's a little thing. You just check it. It says cold weather. Chip. And there you go. You off to the races. And your little $60,000 investment, or not investment, is safe.
Yeah, depreciation.
The next one is you too, Shawan. This one was funny. I watched the first part. I didn't want to watch the rest because I wanted to be surprised with everybody else. But this cracked me up for sure.
So this is from a mom speaking out. I guess her son went on a date, and she just felt like her son was being used as a meal ticket. But this is hilarious. You guys take a watch.
All right. Let's see if I can.
Him about the first restaurant he gonna take you to. What's the last restaurant your daddy took you to? Because you shouldn't be coming to him to be your daddy. That's not his role. It's a first date. I want y'all to bring that down to level 3. Y'all way on 10 with this foolishness and want to embarrass somebody. My second second question is, have you ever been anywhere? Where do you take yourself? Let me see your checkbook registry. Let me log into your bank account and see what you feed yourself on a regular basis. Where do you take yourself for lunch or dinner? That's the next question I want you to answer. And then the third thing about yourself, yeah, come on back over here because I need you to understand what time it is. A real lady is gonna be there for the purpose of what it's for. She's not looking for food because she's hungry that she can't afford, so she can take it to go and get a doggy bag. I'm gonna wrap this up to go. Why? You ain't gonna have food tomorrow? That's a poverty mindset. So a first date, again, is to get to know the person, to hang out, have fun. Y'all should be laughing and talking. It don't need to be a steakhouse. We don't even know if you worth a steak. You might just be worth a piece of bread. So ladies, young ladies, grow up. Get some maturity about yourself. Y'all buying titties, lashes, booties, and everything else. And you want somebody else to feed you. Save your money, stop buying your body, and put it to the side so you can have some food. That's not a man's responsibility. Now, once you dating a man, and once he gets to know you, and y'all vibing, and he want to take you to a nice restaurant, guess what that means? You well deserving of that. He think enough about you to make a reservation. But some of you don't have reservations about your mouth. You talk bad, you disrespectful, you ghetto, you trifling, you don't have an income that substantiates what you want this man to do. You don't reserve being lazy. You full out lazy. You have no reservations on that. But you want the men to make a reservation for a restaurant, but you don't reserve what's between your legs. You passing it out like candy. You rated E for everybody.
Oh my, all righty.
Mama was mad. She must have. She was mad.
First of all, why is she yelling?
Because she mad.
And Carrington
came back on the day.
And Carrington, this right here, I thought Shamar was gonna come back and say, "You better clock that. You better clock that teeth." Why is we so hostile? Oh my God, there was a lot.
What was your thoughts on that? Like, would you interject in your son's relationship or just dating?
First of all, why do we have to be that hostile? I mean, she yelled at the camera for what was that, like 3 minutes? I can't imagine.
Upset. Maybe her son told her, what happened.
I don't care. I can't imagine what this young man went through. Childhood, he say one thing and he gonna get 20 things. Like,
but
he say one thing and he gonna get 20 things and be sitting there like, I asked, could I have cheese on my eggs?
You want cheese on your eggs? What you need to do is take out that trash and vacuum that floor.
Then this gonna be me right here. Never mind. I don't want no cheese.
I want you to go to school and get your homework finished. I want the teacher to stop calling me. You want
all
cheese
that for
on
cheese
your
on my eggs? Cheese on my eggs. Oh my God, never mind.
No, but I think I felt.
Then she gonna go into, did you work for this cheese on your eggs? Where is your daddy? Did your daddy tell you you can have cheese on your eggs?
I kind of feel her.
With the world.
I kind of feel her though.
Now listen, I don't feel like there were too many lies detected. Yeah. Okay. That's the first thing from Super Producer. Mm-hmm. The second thing is the delivery was abysmal. The delivery was abysmal. I mean,
She
but
could have
why
pulled
did
that
you have
girl
to
to
do that though
girl to
on
I
live?
know.
That was a conversation between you and your son. You could say, son, you know, be careful, be more careful of the women that you choose. You know, what are you looking for? How about have a conversation with him about what he's looking for? Because evidently he's looking for that woman rated E for everyone.
Yeah, he gonna have to pay for
He
it.
ain't gonna get them now, but
Well, he'll probably, if he pays for it, he'll still get it.
well, I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
I don't teach my children not to properly treat someone on a date. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do that,
Mm-hmm.
but I do tell them you should get to know a person, and once the first time they show you who they are, ain't gonna be no second date. And really ain't nothing lost to you because you can get back whatever 50, 60, $80 you spent. But my God, I feel like that man had a hard childhood. I just know it. I just know it. I just know when he said, Mom, did you make gravy for the mashed potatoes? What you need gravy on your mashed potatoes for?
I
Who
mean,
told you need gravy with your mashed potatoes?
I
Do your daddy give you mashed potatoes with gravy? I mean,
I mean, I wouldn't. I think she probably was upset because, and I'm just making an assumption. After several dates, maybe this was, and she probably like, okay. But I wouldn't have went on. I
no,
wouldn't have went
listen.
live.
Good morning, Debris. I told y'all this is my sister-in-law. This is
Mm-hmm.
my sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
She have 4 boys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, Chris, Matthew, Malik. She
Mm-hmm.
got 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
This woman would spend her entire day talking to these young men about dates and women. At some point, you gotta let your son take his losses and figure it out for himself. If you've told him, right? You can't just be getting on live all hostile and talking to other people's children. This really is an issue between you and your child.
But he ain't no child though either. So
I mean,
yeah,
well, there you have it.
yeah.
For
It's like
me, oh,
he's a
so
young
Nene
man.
said, good morning, Nene, by the way. Nene said he might have hyped his mom up to go off on his live because when she started to go too far, he know what he was doing. He put a
That's true.
battery in her back, and then he didn't realize it was an Energizer battery. Or one of them Duracells that got the extra energy, and so any woman that's seen that now, they like, oh, he a mama's boy. Ain't no way. I don't want that. I don't want that. But at the same time, she didn't tell any lies. But this is not, for me, it's not about somebody else's daughter. It's about your son.
Son
You
making
and your son.
choices. He's picking out these bad,
Right. And
making bad choices.
where are you picking up these women from?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because the caliber of woman that you talk to and pick is really going to be in juxtaposition to where you meeting these women.
But I ain't gonna lie. See, I was in my 20s, early 20s, and I would take a date just because maybe I was hungry.
Wow. Oh my
It
God.
wasn't like I was interested in the guy. Like, oh yeah, he could
Okay,
buy me
well,
lunch.
since we listening and we not judging, we
Mhm.
listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't
Super
judge.
producer, when I was younger and in college, and my
In my
sister-in-law is
college
here.
age, yeah, yeah.
My sister-in-law is here. When I was younger, if somebody asked me out on a date and it was a man, he was not
A looker.
attractive,
Yeah.
definitely would eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would definitely eat. Like,
Definitely would eat.
it's a good meal.
I'm going to eat, and I'm going to eat good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Yeah, I'm finna get something out of this, and then I'm finna change my number.
I didn't even necessarily change my number. I just, I always been cordial with the guy. I just like, oh no, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
if we're a
now,
match or whatever.
yeah,
So
now that I know,
now you can't
because
do
super
that.
producer is currently in the market, on the market, not that I've had any buyers. It's inflation over here too, apparently. Um, I don't. For me, I really am wanting to stray away from the dinner dates. Like
Oh
I want
yeah,
to go on other
lunch
dates.
dates,
Yeah, not
coffee.
necessarily lunch dates. You could call me and say, "Hey, super producer, would you like to go to the museum? Meet me at the museum." Child,
I
I'm
ain't been to a
finna show up
museum
with
on a
my
date.
Starbucks cup, and we finna go all through this museum.
Yeah, but that's
Okay?
nice. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful. That's a nice thing.
I'm finna call you and say, "Hey, do you have a Starbucks order? Do you like Starbucks?"
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm finna, once you get older, you start looking for substance.
Yeah,
You know,
you're not
if
looking for
he
food.
stopped choosing.
Look, you're not looking for food.
No, if he start, because I can get my own food
I can't
now I
believe
can
it.
get my own food. But if he stopped looking for them women that she said is buying them titties and them butts and stuff,
Yeah, he's attracted to that kind of thing.
she's not even
So,
thinking
yeah,
how they get his number,
exactly. Well, duh. Come on
how
now.
how they get on his social media. He
Yeah,
had to accept it.
he had to accept. He
I'm,
must be searching them out.
I'm just saying, don't put all the blame on the people
On the
that he taking out
girls.
on the dates, because he asking the people on the date. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? He followed them. He see what they be on, because these
Yeah,
people don't hide anything anymore.
yeah,
They don't hide anything. They put everything on their social media. Okay.
yep.
So
Hmm.
if she going on a date, or they doing a get ready with me, girl, get ready with me. This ugly man asked me on a date, and I'm finna go eat.
I'm about to take me
And
a
look,
to-go box.
this is what I'm using for my lips. Yeah, girl, he is ugly. I ain't even gonna talk to. They put all that on their social
They be
media.
putting out.
So your son needs to be able to learn a few lessons.
He
And
need to be
sometimes your
get
children do.
schooled.
It's gonna
Yeah.
hurt you. Listen, I have 3 children. It is absolutely gonna hurt me when somebody hurts my baby. It's gonna hurt me. I'm gonna want to get on their social media too and say, "Have you lost your mind? Have you absolutely and positively?" Yeah, I'm gonna want to do that, but I'm
Yeah.
not, because
And
they gotta get it.
yeah, they have to get it. And but women, we tend to like pounce on our boys and be overprotected, and our girls, we try to teach them to be strong, and you got, this is survival mode. So we kind of give them more tools than
That's what you do, because
what.
that's not what I do.
Well,
It's
I
even
don't got any girls, but
well, it's
that's what
even
my
handed.
mom did to me.
Nah, it's even handed for me. So I'm gonna tell my daughter, okay, he don't have to pay for the date all the time either. You make sure that he feels appreciated too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell her that. You don't have to agree with it, Shamar, because I know you got boys and you tell them certain things. But like, look at this young man right here. Because I don't want my daughter to ever run up on a woman like this. Her son take my daughter, and my daughter order steak, and all of a sudden, when they go back to his mama's house or wherever they go and they meet his mom, and she starts saying stuff like this. I want my daughter to be like, "Excuse me, your
Well,
son then had a few steaks on me."
Well, and then another thing, like when I think Nisi put that in the chat. Nini Transformation, that's my sister. But we wasn't looking for steaks, right? When we went out to eat, we like, oh, let's go to Kentucky Fried Chicken or McDonald's,
Nah, that was you. Me,
or
I'm going straight to Applebee's and I'm getting me the
or
chicken
e-
finger basket.
or Applebee's, but nothing expensive.
Yeah,
I didn't
nah.
go to no 5-star restaurant.
Now they want to be going to what, Ruth Chris and stuff
Ruth
like that.
Chris, stuff that
Yeah,
costs
nah.
$70-$80, and it
That's
comes
an
a la
investment.
carte. You
That's an
wasn't doing
investment.
that.
Let me read
You
some of
wasn't
these
doing that.
comments, but I'm gonna tell you young people, especially the men, if you meet the woman and you say we go on a first date and you ask her first, that was your first mistake. It's a first date. You ask her on the date and you choose the place. That way you can judge the person. Because if you choose the place and they complain, you automatically know what to do. Do what you do. Ghost that person. Tyrone Price says, I agree. Parents need to discuss about dating with teenagers or adolescents. I once told my son, take your loss. He did not discuss with me about dating women. Okay, Tyrone. Sometimes you gotta learn. You have to let them learn the lesson, because guess what? It has to connect in their brain for them. They got to do it. They have to move through life like this. Sometimes it's gonna hurt me so bad, I promise you. Larry Huddleston, greetings from Fort Worth. Let me see, who is this? Hey, Tony Joy, what's up?
Tony.
Good morning. My two favorite ladies on YouTube got me going already. I wouldn't get online like that lady, but I'm not mad at her. She's a bit loud though.
Yeah.
All the notes that I would have given her, if I would have been her girlfriend, I would have been calling her on her cell phone and say, friend, log off.
And stop embarrassing your son.
Okay, your son looking henpecked and mama boy-ish.
He was co-signing, yeah, mama, yeah.
Okay,
to tell you.
looking crazy. Looking crazy.
Looking crazy. Your mama looking crazy.
Looking crazy. Hey, Deb Hill. Hey, Selma. How y'all doing? Let me see. All they want now is seafood boils.
Right.
Child, that's another red flag.
Crab legs. What?
Tony George said, I experienced my son's heartache with him. It hurt, but he learned about boundaries and standards from it. Okay? It's going to hurt me. I promise y'all. Listen, it's going to hurt me, and I'm going to cry with my child. I'm going to be upset, but I'm going to have to tell them, this is a part of life. Yeah, this is a loss, but you will learn for the next time. But this is, I have a son, so I will tell my son, if you're going to ask somebody on a date, you ask them on a date and then you plan the first date.
And you already have it in mind. Hey, how would you like to go to Starbucks with me? Hey, how would you like to go bowling with me?
That too. That too. What do you like to do? See, these are all questions that we don't even ask people. Tell our kids to act like. I got a whole thing that I be going through with my kids. I be like, oh no, when you first meet somebody, ask them, say, your parents still married? You get in there and I tell them, why are you going to ask this question? Because it's gonna tell you a lot about that person and things that they, might believe, might not believe, it's just going to give you a little insight into who they might be. But yeah, like dating out here, now you got to date the mama too. I don't want none of that. Listen, don't you ever, men or 40 plus, if I ever go out on a date with you and I order a steak and your mama call me, that's crazy. That's crazy insane. But yeah, I think that we need to start talking to our children about dating. Do everything need to be about food?
I don't think so.
Yeah, for me, I'm thinking I'd be telling my kids, y'all do something interesting, do something different. How about y'all go on a hike and then get a smoothie?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a nice
keep it simple for the first time, meeting someone in person.
I went running on one of my dates a long time ago. He was a lawyer. And
okay, I'm not doing all that.
Liked to jog. Girl, that was the reason why I stopped dating him, because he didn't know how to change a tire.
Justin, I will go on this date with you when little stinker booty get them metal bracelets.
Justin, so I just read Justin comment.
Justin is a fool. Justin is a whole fool out here in these YouTube streets, and he be all over the place. But yeah, I'm just saying we need to start to expand. I think if we start to expand our children's minds about what a date should be.
It doesn't have to be food. It doesn't have to be drinks.
Why are you always eating? You ain't got food at home. This would make me concerned. This is what I tell my kids now. If all they want to do when they go out on a date with you is eat, ask them, are they getting proper? Maybe I should buy you some groceries and not no food. because the lady
Hey,
said,
that's another day. You know what
okay,
my
the
husband
lady
did to me?
boxing up food to take home. Maybe you don't know this lady, you don't know these people's situation. Maybe your son should be buying them some food. You know, it's
Well,
nothing wrong with being a good human.
my
You know what I mean?
husband, what he did was, I remember one time it was a Friday night, and he was like, "Oh, what you feel like doing?" I was like, "Oh, it don't matter. We could do whatever." I forgot what I said. He was like, "Well, I bought some hamburger and some taco seasoning. You get in there and make us some tacos." I was like, okay, because I enjoyed his company, and I
And
think,
like for me, why couldn't her son cook at home for the day?
yep, yep.
She won't stay.
Especially if he's on a fixed budget,
Because for
because
me,
kids don't make a lot of
you
money.
asking me for a Chris dinner, you finna get an episode of We Got Roof Chris at Home.
Yep. Had a candlelight dinner right at home.
That's what you finna get.
And I'll be
You
like,
finna
"Mama, you better not show up. Mama,
all
you better stay in your
are going to
room."
be able to cook. And if you ask them something outrageous, and super producer, my kid's gonna give you the funniest answer. They probably gonna tell you, okay, in this episode of I can make that. Sit right on down here.
Yeah.
Enjoy this TV while I make this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
and if they get upset about that, then
You know they not the one.
you already know. Good morning, Mom's YouTube. Germany is in the building. Selma says, one of my mom's sons had a dinner date over the holidays. I heard him telling his brother the dinner was over $500 because she wanted to test my son. I told him dump her. Instead, he gave her a ring.
What?
Do he have a brother?
What?
Because that's insane.
He must like those fancy women.
Did he hit it first? Was this in reverse? Did he get the rated E for everyone first? And then, Lord, do he have a brother, Selma? Selma, listen, tell me if he have a brother.
Well, you know
All
what?
right, let me see. Not 70-30 or 60-40, but 50-50 love. It's not 50-50 when it's not real love. Listen, Carrington, I'm going to tell you something that nobody may have told you. Okay? Marriage and real love and real relationships are actually 100 and 100.
Amen.
I got to give 100% of me, and you need to give 100% of you. Because guess what? We whole people joining two lives. That 50-50 stuff is not real. There is a myth. There is, if I had a myth buster show, I'd bust that myth and let you know. That is no, because guess what? When your spouse is sick, something happened to your spouse, that death to do you part kick in, and you are now giving 100% of yourself. Okay? Because you have to care for them. If you have children, that then becomes your responsibility to make sure everything is well with them until your spouse is ready. You giving 100%. Because baby, when I get sick, I got zero to give you. I got zero to give anybody. Okay? But I'm a single mom, so I have to give her. I don't get sick days. This is what I be telling my kids.
Yeah,
I can't be sick in peace. They're like, no. They like, no. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It's NYC, so that's about the average cost of dinner. Okay, Roger that. Now, I've been to NYC, but Selma, the question still stands. Do he have a brother? Oh,
I can't
okay.
imagine going
Let
out
me
on
know.
dates. See, like if I was a guy in NYC, like, nah, baby, we're gonna have to buy these groceries.
we get ready to go to the bodega. You not getting
Netflix and chill.
Baby, we getting ready to go to this bodega and make some groceries. Do you hear me? We finna dancery up in that mud. No.
And then it's when I got older, I started, before I met my husband, that's when I started dating more professional men. And that's when, like, okay, we went to fancy restaurants. I got dates at fancy restaurants. But when I was younger, no, not really.
But listen, when you run into a man that is, first of all, ready for a relationship, that's first thing. When you run into a man who has been raised the correct way to take care of their spouse, they don't care. Because they have already set in their mind, this is an investment and I'm going to spend some money somewhere. Mm-hmm. If she want me to spend it on food, okay, fine. Mm-hmm. I do know that as you move up in the dating, but also somebody said it in the chat, it's about their boundaries. It's about, what they require, too. So, once you get those things figured out, Ultra 80s Retro Kid, come on now, said 50-50 also when you used up. That's funny. He is a triplet with another brother who is married. He feels left out, poor baby.
Oh, so
hold on one second. Married. The other two married? Listen, okay, scratch the triplets. Is there any other men in this family? This is my age range. My age range is 48.
Married in your family.
My age range is 48, and I'm a hard stop at 55. Hard stop. Okay. Selma,
girl,
find that out for me.
Don't sleep on the older men, though.
I'm okay. 48 to 55. You heard what I said. She can do whatever she wants. I said what I said.
On the older man.
Maybe a fishing day, but she got to be up for it. Listen, Carrington, my father was an avid fisher. Man, the way I have been waiting for some man to ask me to go fishing is insane because I'm competitive and I've been fishing and crabbing and all this stuff almost all my life. They finna get this work.
All my life I had to fish.
You know what?
I had to clean it.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. Absolutely not, because there's something wrong with you today. Jim C says, and matter what disagreements or conflicts, be respectful, no name calling, insult to each other. That just increases anger and hurt. Yeah, I think his mama already proved that he going low. When you go low, he going lower. Because look at his mama. I'm just saying, if you want to know what a person gonna be like when they get older, or if you get in an argument with them, watch their parents. Javar Ellis, good morning to you, sir. My parents have been married for 54 years because they give 100%. Yes, girl, 54 years. My God, that is a blessing. With one woman and one man. When they go out, they say, I am the wife of one husband. Child, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I love all that. Yep, brother and sister married. All three are 26. Okay, they too young. My nephews would kill me. I got a nephew that's 38.
Well, you can't get your groove back now.
Child, these young kids will be sick, following me around everywhere. I ain't got time. I'd be like, can you give me a little space? Like let me get a little space.
And you could cook. They gonna be
okay.
Like,
okay, girl. Okay, so the producer do all the things of the things. Don't you worry about that. But that's a dough only.
Yeah,
right there. That's crazy. I got draws that's 26 years old.
That's too funny.
All right. Well, that was a good talk. I liked the deal. All right, let's go. That woman was crazy though. I'm sorry. If that was me, like if I was a young girl looking at that, I'd be like, your mom crazy. He might have to go outside of his state to date now. All right, here we go. The rest of these things belong to the super producer. So here we go. So in the Houston area of Texas, a YouTuber was accused of holding two women against their will at gunpoint. Let me show y'all. This is insane. Okay, let me see if I can.
He never really thought much of his credit scores. Well, until he got Credit Karma and used his scores to move on up. By putting in the work to improve his scores, he got access to a better credit card. And that sofa she liked. Ooh, is that Saffron Sunrise? And when it came time
this was an odd story for me, and he's 25.
Things to the next level. Just in time.
They're gonna commercialize the deal.
Download the Money app where you're
gonna get these commercials either way.
Well, new tonight, a YouTuber from Katy is wanted on. on kidnapping charges, accused of holding 2 young women against their will at gunpoint.
ABC 13 reporter Jessica Willie is live. Jess, police believe he's now left the country.
What?
Guess where he went?
On social media, Corey Pritchett is now charged with 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping. The victims told police he terrorized them as he drove up and down I-10 here. Then 2 weeks later, he flew to Doha on his way to Dubai.
I've been sitting here, I just been waiting for the FBI and Houston police to pick me up.
Corey Pritchett mocking his legal troubles in a video he posted on TikTok from Dubai. The 25-year-old YouTuber with nearly 4 million subscribers also writing, quote, "See y'all when I get out." In the 3-page document detailing the charges against him, there are only serious accusations. According to Houston police, Pritchett is wanted for 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, meaning with a gun, and it all started at this gym in Southwest Houston. It's here at All In Sports Performance Gym on November 23rd, where he met up with 2 young women ages 19 and 20 for a 15-hour ordeal that began innocently enough. First with a workout, then a TV outing, followed by bowling, all spelled out in the court document. Later, the victims told police, quote, there was a complete change in behavior. He thought someone was after him. Instead of taking them home, they say he sped west on I-10 at 100 miles an hour, pointed a gun at them, took their phones and said, quote, "I'm going to expletive y'all and then kill y'all." But he stopped on the side of the road, records state, ordered them out of the car saying, quote, "This is your only opportunity." The women told police they walked for an hour before someone pulled over to let them call 911. Pritchett was charged the day after Christmas. Because of his social media posts, HPD confirmed he had already taken a flight to Doha on December 9th. Over the weekend, Pritchett, with a flurry of online activity, this post Sunday on X, defending himself, quote, "I'll kidnap my kids that I haven't been able to see since last year before I kidnapped 2 white girls that was trying to set me up and get me killed." And Pritchett does not have an attorney of record just yet. Court records state he flew on a one-way ticket, so it's unclear whether there have been any conversations about flying back to the U.S. and turning himself in. We're live in West Houston tonight. Jessica Willie, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Cha.
That was.
Come on, give me your thoughts, because that was a lot.
That was a lot. Was he suffering a mental breakdown? Because why? Or was he accusing the females that he had in the car of trying to set him up? Because it doesn't.
After
really
you
make any
take them on a
sense.
date all day, you take them ATV riding, you take them to the bowling. After all that, they've been with you all day, and then you saying that they trying to set you up, but you picked them up at the gym. How they try to set you? You picked them up at the gym. They didn't know you was gonna come
Pick
to
them up in the gym. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
you YouTube, you content creator. Let me talk to you for a second. Stop going out here ruining it for real content creators and doing things for attention and likes. It be you. Hold on. Let me find what I'm looking for. It be you that be messing things up for us real content creators. Because that was just insane. And for you to have 4 million followers and to be getting the kind of check that you getting when it's us real content creators out here, me, Shawan, other people, we scrambling for the pieces of bacon we get, insane. And I can't believe that y'all be giving people like that y'all views. All them people should unsubscribe to that man, but they not, because y'all love a car crash. He probably got 5 million followers now.
Yep, to see
because people love watching a car crash, but that is insane. You here to watch this car crash right into prison. That makes no sense to me. And then you go into Dubai. Absolutely not. They're finna extradite you expeditiously. Okay, expeditiously. But look at how terrifying that was for these young women. That's crazy. And then you get up there and make a joke about it. I thought that was insane. Larry Huddleston, I can indeed bait my own hook. Run a trot line. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure I can figure it out. And you've been looking for 50 years? Oh my gosh. Let me teach somebody.
You've been looking for
somebody said they hope Dubai has extradition. So he went to Dubai. Will he be extradited soon? He said, y'all saw the post. He made a video and said that he was waiting on the FBI and the Houston police. I guess it was at the airport. So I'm guessing he flew back or whatever. I would say drugs and the internet are to blame, and a lot of sick people. I don't know what the last word is, Mom YouTube. But yeah, probably that first part. Because what, Carrington? Absolutely not. That they have an extradition treaty with US. He's chilling. What? He said he was coming back. That's what he said. And why would you put in there on your post? Did you see how he put in there that he would kidnap his kids?
Yeah, that's
what?
Some crazy. That's what I said. Is he going through like a mental break or something? You know,
like, what kind of mental breakdown can you be suffering when you're getting good YouTube checks and your bills are paid?
No, well, I don't know if you heard about that one guy that ended up unaliving his wife. And he had a huge YouTube following and TikTok following. They were making really good money, and she wasn't really into YouTube. She started building a name for herself, but she wasn't, you know, that popular as he was. But this guy, matter of fact, his trial just finished like beginning of last year. But he suffered like a psychotic break, and he ended up unaliving her, and they were separated or divorced, and unaliving the guy that was that she was I guess dating at the time. They was just friends, but I'm assuming that they were trying to build a relationship. But he ended up.
Yeah, I told Shawan about this mic this morning. They said your volume too low. It's like 3-4 comments. Good morning, Menu with the Opinion. Good morning, Rihanna. Good morning. Who else was there that said something? Lucky Ducky. Good morning.
Rihanna said, Shawan giving us a sexy time voice.
Wow.
This is my after dark voice.
Lucky Ducky said, I'm not doing this. Lucky Ducky said, put gain up a little bit. I don't know if you have that on your. I have a Rodecaster.
Oh, yeah, my gain is down. My bad. I didn't know that.
I told you this morning.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh my God! This is what y'all get. 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 Not the quiet storm, Shawan. Please stop. Please stop putting batteries in her back. Please stop. They said loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
But yeah, that was crazy. That when I watched that, I was like, "What? This is insane." You take these women on a date almost all day, and now they trying to set you up. And they finna throw the book at you. And you had nerve to say that these women were Caucasian?
These Caucasian women.
Yeah, you in Texas? You gonna do this in Texas, sir?
In all places.
You wanted that in
the
prison.
Great state of Texas.
You on a suicide mission, and I don't know why. But anyway, that's what he done. To all the content creators out there trying to do these stunt things or whatever you're trying to do, cut it out. Get you some help if you're hearing voices, because that's how he acting to me. Like he hearing voices.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he went through a psychotic break or something.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, that was interesting. I said, wow, this is a bit much today. Now we get ready to go to something. Super producer is going to be a little hostile, just like that woman with her son.
Not
just like that woman with her son. Let me see if they say anything. If this is a talking one. Baby Pritzker Hurry up. Let me know. Girl, we gonna get these commercials. I don't care. Oh, not LL Bean. Let me read this title. J.B. Pritzker blasts Chicago mayor's team for skipping scheduled calls. You worried about these people skipping calls when there is a mayor in Dalton, Illinois that has allegedly stolen close to $6 million and bankrupted a town, and then went over and tried to bankrupt a township, and you worried about the people calling
in Springfield, in part because they don't do the outreach that's necessary. But again, I've taken calls from the mayor whenever he's, he has my direct number. He calls me whenever he needs to. He doesn't call very often. Maybe in the time that he's been mayor, he's called me perhaps 5 times. That's about 2 years almost. And I have no reticence to call him if if there's something that I want to raise with him. And my staff doesn't have any reticence. But look, the lines of communications are open, but people have to take advantage of the open communication line. And often that didn't happen with regard to the hemp bill. Didn't call anybody in my administration.
So JB, let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight, JB. You said your line is open. Dalton been calling your line for the better part of 3.5 years. But your line open though. Stop playing with the people. Stop playing with the people. You up here talking to this man about some phone calls that was missed. But you're not talking about this woman in Dalton that has bankrupted the town and is trying to destroy a township. I saw somebody say that Brandon Johnson need to get a grown-up haircut. Listen, you can't do nothing with Alf. That's Alf. Alf kept that haircut through all them seasons. You can't do nothing with him. But make sense to me, Shawan. You up here commenting about everything, but what you should be commenting about. You worried about a phone call. There is somebody who's actually bankrupting a town, a village, and a township. And you take it away, Shawan, because right now I'm a little irritated.
Well, J.B. Pritzker is probably trying to separate himself from, I was about to call him something else, Johnson's policies, since he's coming up for re-election. So I'm not surprised by this. He's probably trying to, throw him under the bus. Like, oh, he could have had help with his deficit if he would have just picked up the phone and called me.
We got somebody you could throw under the bus. He's secondary. He's secondary. We got somebody you could throw under the bus. We have them ready.
Well, if you think about the magnitude of money spent, I would say Johnson will be at the top of the list. As far as that $1 billion deficit.
He can be in the top 5, but he ain't number 1. He ain't number 1. You making a comment about everything but this woman.
Yeah, I don't think
you done seen the comptroller report where this woman ain't even turned in reports since she got into office. I don't hear telling this man about some phone calls he missed. That's what you choose.
And tell you the truth, I don't think he's going to make a comment on, and I hate to be that person, little old Dalton. Little old Dalton. A lot of times these governors, even mayors, they feel like the people or the citizens, and this is a small town, so they don't really matter.
First of all, as the governor, you're supposed to care about everybody. There is nothing that is little about $6 million to a village of 20,000 plus people. There ain't nothing little about that.
And it might
Stop
be
playing
all by
with these people, JB. Stop playing with them.
It might be all by design too. Maybe they're just trying to, like you said, or we had this talk offline. They might be trying to absolve the township And it's like, okay, we're just gonna wait to see what plays out. If the FBI we allow them to do their work, we're just gonna step back. The state is not gonna step in.
If that's the
And
case,
they're gonna
you should
let
have
them
let
play
these
it
phone
out.
calls play out. What, don't you get up here commenting about nothing. You just sit back and you watch everything play out. This is what I be trying to show the people. This is why you don't need to vote for these people. I'm telling you. This is why you don't need to vote for these people. You got Alf up here putting up $300 million tax hikes. You got Pretzel Head up here talking about phone calls. You don't need to elect these people. You need to start researching these people. Okay? And stop listening to them saying, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, this is my platform. Let me see what you did in that business sector. Let me see who your friends are.
And not only that is like, why do I want to call this guy the Johnson? Johnson, even his reputation under Department of Education. If you go back to his old videos, he was a major red flag. Anybody that would tell the press saying, oh, I don't believe in tests, I hardly gave my kids homework, that is a person that don't believe in actually proven strategies that actually help kids to learn and have the proper assessment whether or not you are teaching children effectively. So, and just look, step back, just look, Johnson was supposed to have built temporary shelters, and he had tons of money, and we haven't seen any temporary shelters erected in the city of Chicago. None whatsoever. But they spent millions and millions of dollars on the migrant crisis. And then not only that, the guy that they fired, the head of the Department of Education, the guy that they just fired, and then the staff quit. Reason why they fired the guy is because he would not back a bond for the city of Chicago, for the education department, because most of that money was supposed to go to teaching immigrants. And that's why he did not back that bond. So Johnson fired him. So he wanted the city to get in more debt or incur more debt for illegal immigrants. That's why I said Johnson was a red flag before he was even a red flag. But the people elected him. And now they're crying, oh, we need to get him out. He's putting migrants in front of the black citizens, in front of the minority community. They're taking resources from us. This he's been a red flag, and nobody really paid attention to it.
This is what I want to say. This is my advice to the voters. Stop discounting the message because of the messenger. Because the person is not packaged the way you want them to be packaged. Stop doing that. Because Brandon Johnson was a horrible alderman. He was a horrible alderman. And so, I don't know, with the choices that we have to choose from, sometimes we'll be like, oh, I'm going to choose Brandon Johnson, right? Because he's an alderman and the other person ain't never been in office. But the man still was a horrible alderman. No, I'm going to choose the untested person because at least I can't be mad what I'm going to get because they don't know anything. But with him, you already could see what you was going to get. This right here. But anywho, good morning, Wrong is Wrong. We here. Let me read this comment. Carrington, this is the other pod I'm mad about. You worried about a phone call and this mayor can't even be insured. You don't think it's time to step in?
Well,
Okay.
What we talked about online with the building that they're erecting in Dalton that has major engineering deficiencies. That is going to be a major problem, not for the city of Dalton. It's going to be a major problem for the state if something were to happen catastrophic to that building while people are in it.
Well,
so
you don't think it's a problem. He worried about people from the mayor's office of Chicago not returning his phone call. I'm just telling you. Let me read Farouk. Farouk says, we elect these people to work and serve us. Somehow, these politicians have convinced the uninformed public that we must serve them and follow their policies. This is a message approved by the super producer.
Farouk always dropping knowledge.
Okay?
Yeah.
Farouk. You work for the DOJ. Yeah, I gotta start watching. I gotta start watching you. This is the first time I seen you comment, man. Start watching you. Tiffany is also a red flag. Day one, well, you know how they go. Okay. Mayor Johnson
and Tiffany was a big red flag, but nobody really did their research. Matter of fact, they did a whole TV spread about Tiffany while she was a trustee, a board of trustees.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. While she might have been a red flag, what she was telling the people was that she was going to do the right thing. And I feel like this is with all politicians, and they really didn't have any choices. They really didn't have any choices. I mean, they could have chosen.
I agree with you.
They really didn't have any choice.
I think what's the guy's name who ran against her and now they're friends? Andrew Holmes. I think Andrew Holmes ran against her, right?
Andrew
in that
Holmes,
election.
But also Ronnie Burge was
Ronnie Burge. He was on the ticket, but
in the general election.
Yeah. So you have three individuals?
They had Tiffany, Andrew, and Ronnie Burge. Ronnie Burge was already acting up as a police chief in Dixmoor with him and his son. So that was already a no.
But Tiffany was in the news about that, getting that house. Because she knew somebody in the building district getting permits for occupancy, and knowing that that house had mold in it. I don't know. Did you see that special? And so it's like it was in the news, and people, and matter of fact, nobody really said anything. Okay, she did wrong, that girl, that woman that was staying in her house, but she also committed fraud because she was collecting Section 8 money. Still after for a couple of years, right? Like 18 months.
I believe so. But
so that's fraud within itself, and nobody nobody said, maybe she's not the right person for the job. I guess she
other
was
two people,
the lesser of two evils, right?
The other two people wasn't either. So, all right. But that's what I had to say about that. Okay. Now let's go to this next story. The next two stories are connected, and they're both disturbing.
Okay.
Now to breaking news out of Florida, where two bodies were found in the landing gear of a JetBlue plane. Crews found those bodies during a routine inspection, they said, after the jet landed at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. JetBlue said the flight came from New York's JFK Airport. The medical examiner has not said what the cause of death is.
Okay.
Y'all see that?
Story? Yeah.
Now, look at this. This is 2 weeks ago. The first one was a couple of days ago. This one is 2 weeks ago.
We begin here at 5 with that developing story and a big unanswered question. How did someone manage to sneak onto the tarmac, apparently at O'Hare, and into a wheel well without anyone noticing? Our Noel Brennan joins us live from the newsroom with a story. Noel?
Well, Joe, in addition to how, we don't know when the person was able to get inside the plane. No one appeared to know a person was hiding in the wheel well until after that plane touched down in Hawaii.
Climbing 5,000 O'Hare 80, United 1815, United 1811.
A routine
I did not
Christmas
want to
Eve
go
flight out of
nowhere that
O'Hare
bad.
escapes the clouds of Chicago for clear Hawaiian skies. The United flight arrives at Kahului Airport in Maui right on time. It's not until landing that a routine flight takes an abrupt turn. United Airlines says a body was found in the wheel well of one of the main landing gears, an area only accessible from the outside of the plane. FlightAware shows the Boeing 787-10 had flown from Sao Paulo, Brazil, directly to Chicago, then had a 4.5-hour layover here before leaving for Maui. Hiding in the wheel well is a common method for stowaways, but the FAA says most don't survive. If the landing gear doesn't crush them, they encounter the elements, lack of oxygen, and the freezing cold. That's not to say stowaways haven't been successful. Marilyn Hartman even made it a habit. Dubbed the serial stowaway, she got past security to board more than 24 domestic and international flights at O'Hare and Midway. And just last month, a woman snuck onto a Delta flight from New York to Paris. But hiding under the belly of a plane raises entirely different questions about security. United says it's not clear how or when the person accessed the wheel well of this plane. A routine flight is now under investigation. And no details about the person who died have been released. Maui police are now involved in the investigation. And aside from the affected plane, operations at the airport in Maui are normal. In the newsroom, Noel Brennan, CBS News Chicago. Joe?
Noel, thank you very much.
Now, that one was 2 weeks ago. The one I just showed you was a couple of days ago.
Maybe
make
the
it make
flights
sense
are
to me.
too expensive.
But make it make sense to me why security wasn't beefed up in these other parts of the airport, knowing that these things have happened. There's 3 people that died. Who is helping these people get into these wheel wells? Because if you working in a place, right, you know all the employees, you know everybody that work there. You know, when you see somebody odd, you're not gonna say anything. Are these workers being paid to let these people pass all of this stuff? Somebody gotta be helping these people. Like 3 people in a wheel well. First I was like, okay, is this some sort of mafia thing? I'm thinking to my mind, is this some sort of mafia thing that, stuffing people in these wheel wells,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like
right,
somebody,
especially when Chicago was involved.
Yeah.
But then I see it happen in Florida, and I'm like, what? How are these people even getting in this area, in the luggage secured area where only the workers are really supposed to be? They too busy minding migrants sleeping in the party. That part.
That's
that
crazy.
part.
I don't
But
know
what?
what to say about this. I really
And listen,
don't.
it's 2 stories. That's why I was like, ooh, let me go back. I saw this somewhere. And I'm like, this happened again? This came across my phone late last night. I'm like, this happened again?
It's probably a very common occurrence. That's what it sounds like. These people just happen to die. We know about it.
Now they said
But just
that,
imagine how many people have done this. Well, like that one lady, they just
yes, but with the recent things blowing up, you're not thinking that
TSA need to be involved down
I
on
mean,
the floor.
we're not thinking we should really be patrolling these areas where the people work. How are these people getting past the people that work there?
I don't understand.
You got the people that's doing the luggage inside the plane at one point, putting luggage and going past these wheels like crazy.
Maybe security is really not prevalent on the floor or the ground floor where they, where the
Which is
plane.
insane with these recent activity go. Child, the way I don't want to go nowhere. Girl, okay, listen, we finna take a 30-minute ride to there's a place up here, got some quarries. We finna, that's gonna be vacation, cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. And we just had all of these recent things that happened with these people. And now you're telling me that people are gaining access to really allegedly supposed to be a very secure area of the airport. Like you heard the man on the news say, we still don't know how they got access to the tarmac. Say what? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and you
I'm
think
concerned.
Security will be beefed up because they have you stripped down naked when you actually go through the security.
When you get flagged, they want you to step into a little room.
We gotta
close off.
Ma'am, is this liquid? Well, you're gonna have to throw this away. Is this medicine? You have to know this. They start pulling stuff out your bag and taking your clothes off. Like,
Listen,
what?
Y'all be careful when y'all go and get on these flights. I'm just telling you. Selma said she traveled to Europe over the summer. I was checked and rechecked, going and coming. Security is a joke. We're sitting ducks. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And what threat level are we on? We should be on yellow.
High, right?
We should be on yellow right now. Okay. I just want to make y'all aware. It's just my job to make you guys aware. And I think I did that. I'm not understanding what is happening. Oh, there go your boy, Shawan. There go your boy. Look at him. Guess what it says? FBI uncovers additional criminal conduct by Mayor Eric Adams. New court filing says. Let me get in this camera. This says the FBI finds additional, and this man still with all the things we know been happening around him too. Him and little Stanky Booty, they still have been able to escape prosecution. I'm needing to know I'm just needing to know some things. Okay, let's see where this take us. What is the new allegation? Things never cease to amaze me with him because I'm just really disturbed by his mental capacity. Okay, let's see. New court filing. Adams. Get off. Adams has already pleaded not guilty to a 5-count indictment charging him with accepting luxury travel in exchange for political favors. The disclosure of possible additional criminal conduct came in court filing in which prosecutors opposed a defense request for additional information about the initial charges, including a list of alleged co-conspirators. So they trying to get him on a RICO too. Although the indictment and discovery provide Adams with more than sufficient information as to his alleged co-conspirators and aiders and abettors, law enforcement has continued to identify additional individuals involved in Adams' conduct and uncover additional criminal conduct by Adams, the filing said. The filing says the indictment provides ample cause to believe that as potential witnesses became unknown to Adams and his allies, measures were taken to influence their testimony. Adams denied these claims. Woof. Wow. I do not tell people to commit criminal actions, so speak to my counsel to deal with anything with investigation, he said. Federal prosecutors did not elaborate, but they have said in prior court hearings a superseding indictment is likely in the mayor's criminal case. Somebody said even Ray Charles can see what's going on. The mayor said when asked, I've said over and over again, I've done nothing wrong. Let the attorneys handle that. I have to run the city. Child.
What is going on?
Listen, what is your thoughts? He is now intimidating, talking about something. He said he have never told. That don't mean you didn't tell somebody else.
Or the somebody else to tell them.
Right? I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now.
Like your goon squad, you didn't tell your goons.
and what do that's so familiar. Because when little Stanky Booty, whenever something happened, she's always calling the Gang Green Gang to come in. You got Show Enough, DeMarcus Crickley, and you got the Shogun. We're gonna call him the Shogun, KP, because he's definitely the sumo wrestler. And
the gobbler.
Then, you got the little ones like
Michael Smith,
Darlene Everett Gray. She's like Pinky in the Brain. Crazy.
Mm-mm.
You didn't tell him, no, because it's probably something y'all talked about previously, so you didn't have to tell him.
You didn't have to.
That's crazy. But this thing just gets wider and wider with him, like just like Lil Stinker Booty. Like I'm just like, what is happening? And his governor is not gonna step in either.
No, she's gonna sit in her hands. She like a dingbat to me.
Not gonna step in either. I'm just like, Angela Watkins, good morning to you. I'm just like, this is insane. This is getting insane, for him too. With all of these, little fires going on, all of these people in his cabinet getting indicted, all of this. What Farouk say? Because Farouk is in New York, just to let y'all know. So
yeah,
he might, y'all better watch this chat. He might actually be connected. So y'all watch what y'all saying in this chat. As soon as Adams started to push back about the illegal alien problem in New York, the feds decided to charge the mayor for getting his airline flight upgraded. All this is a case of political. Maybe so. But they can prove he took that money from them Turkish people in his campaign. That's all I got to say.
And catching what,
$30,000? Okay. Adams know where the bodies are buried. They're rattling his cage. He is staying put. Sound like somebody else to me. But I digress. Okay. Persecution for not falling in line. Who knows? We're going to have to see. Okay. All right, let's get to the next story. But this little man getting on my nerves, and I'm sick of seeing him. Look at that face. I'm sick of seeing that child. Let me tell you, the way I am just like, please. All right, y'all know where we're going. We got to round out the day with my boy. We got to round it out with my boy. It wouldn't be a day if I didn't give you an update on the diddler. Okay, I like that name better than Love the Diddler. Okay, got to give you an update on the diddler because it's starting to get a little personal for the diddler. If for some reason the diddler gets off, right, he's gonna be pissed with a lot of people. Like a lot of people he's not gonna be friends with anymore because they wore him out at this Golden Globes. Let me see if this plays. We gotta watch it out first. You know it. Y'all go over there and buy Lenovo. Making it.
Really?
Lord, we gotta get two. I think it should be a minute.
Oh my God, it was so good. I mean, that movie was more sexually charged than Diddy's credit card. I mean, seriously. Oh, no, I know, I'm sorry. I'm upset too. The after party's not going to be as good this year, but we have to move on.
Baby, I didn't think the joke was that funny.
She always say raunchy jokes. She's pretty funny though.
I didn't think it was that funny, but I hope they did not see. I was waiting for, and it might have happened. I didn't watch the Golden Globes. I was waiting for the cameraman to pan the room because the cameraman be petty, so that he could show Diddy all the people that was laughing at him. And it probably happened. I just didn't watch the Golden Globes because I'm just not into, that particular show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure that they pan the room to show everybody. Like, this man, these people are not thinking. If this man get out of jail and he saw you laughing at the Golden Globes, he gonna point your.
Yeah, he gonna be mad.
Like, oh, and you came to my party too, and you was laughing. Bet. Like, I don't know. Then I wanted to know, is him and Suge gonna be friends now? Because you know, Suge was trying to throw him some advice and trying to act like they was friends, you know, trying to be his friend. Is he gonna throw him some advice? Is they gonna be friends then? Because Diddy is gonna be, you know, canceled. He gonna be canceled, period. Just like Suge. Okay. Let me read some of these comments because they funny. I hear May Adams been talking to President-elect Trump. Say what? Maybe. You never know. Carrington said the Diddy saga continues, and it does. They said May Adams been talking to President. Okay. Okay. Jim C says the Diddler, a new arch criminal name in the new Batman movie. I'm telling you, that name is crazy. The Diddler. The audience looked scared and uncomfortable. I love seeing Hollywood nervous. They did look uncomfortable. Like I told you, the joke for me wasn't funny. I would have been sitting there like this. Because that camera pan, that's what I'm worried about. That camera pan. And you see the man that they showed, he was like, I was like, what?
That's some people rolling on the floor, right?
Be the first one dealt with when Diddy come out. He gonna see that and be like, I know they playing with me now. They playing with my name. He talking on the phone with Christian. They playing with my name. Y'all letting them play with my name? Child.
That's crazy.
Hilarious.
Right?
Hilarious. But anyway, it has begun. I feel like this is the beginning of the disrespect Diddy. And so every award show, we're going to hear
Diddy jokes.
Especially the music ones.
Diddy do it jokes.
She broke the ice. You see what I'm saying? She broke the ice. It's gonna be yet more. This ain't over. All right, y'all. This is the last one, and it is about Diddy too. They said that Sean Diddy Combs is throwing tantrums over the attention that and his name Luigi Maggioni.
Luigi Maggioni
is getting.
Luigi Maggioni.
Fix her, Jesus. I know you can't
Luigi Maggioni.
Do it today, Lord, but put it on your list. Saying that he's throwing tantrums over attention accused United Healthcare CEO. Those words, y'all.
Luigi Maggioni.
Luigi Maggioni received behind bars. On his S list. I'm dead. Sean Diddy Combs is throwing tantrums about the attention fellow inmate Luigi Maggioni has taken from him inside their notorious New York City lockup. And that may put the accused CEO on the disgraced rapper's S list. This is crazy. When Combs was arrested on September 16th, he was the most famous prisoner at the Metropolitan Detention Center. It be this picture right here for me that they be posting of him. This is the ugliest picture I've ever seen of him. And they use this one every time. And it makes him look menacing. Since he arrived at the MDC, Maggioni, who is being held in protective custody, has become a sensation among the inmates. Don't feel good when you're not the most popular person, huh? Diddy has thrown tantrums over the fact that Luigi is getting all of the attention in prison and is being revered as a hero after literally unaliving someone on camera.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's some crazy work right there.
Diddy's ego is bigger than life, they added. Cole's reaction comes as no surprise to a former member of his inner circle who was recently financially cut off. He always wants to be the center of everything, the former insider grossed to the Post. If he feels like anyone takes his attention, he doesn't take it well. He gets pissed off. And if he has the power to do it, he makes the other person's life miserable. I don't know who be writing these articles, but y'all is spinning these narratives. I have no idea if this is true or not. But man,
I think
Y'all
Come
can.
on, I think it's a little bit much. You think Diddy is really worried about Luigi Magione for real? And the attention.
These narratives that they be spinning be so. It be the people writing the articles for me. They be like, he's very mad that somebody's taking the attention from him. Right? They threw my 4 ounces of face cream away, but you got a whole person in the wheel with. Oh, okay. Somebody lagging. It could be us, but yeah, that's insane. That is insane that people are writing. They're now writing these articles with a whole bunch of I would feel like speculation.
Right. It's like, oh, we're going to put a little pizzazz on it. We're going to twist
like
this
we're not getting any information out of there. So let's
like,
assume some things. Let's assume that, whatever.
It's clickbaitish, right? It's
yeah, that thing cracked me up. It really cracked me up, though. Well, that's all I have for today.
Hey.
Great show today.
Great show,
and we still kept to our time.
Okay.
All right. Shawan, you got a show today?
Show today, matter of fact, at 12:30. 12:30, we have a show. Also, you guys, there are memberships on this channel, Unpopular Opinion channel. If you would like to support the channel, we really appreciate it. There's a level of memberships. And of course, me and Super Producer, we're going to do some exciting things with members only type content and, some
Super
great things.
Just got a whole bunch of work added to her.
Yeah, whole bunch of work. We still wait for that refresh, Super Producer.
And you just added another thing to my list.
We still waiting for the refresh.
And you're going to be waiting for it for a minute because you didn't add another thing to my list.
Where my cross is? Say the Lord, I rebuke you.
Now you're going to start preaching, Jesus. Let me get you in one of these wheels.
Right.
Thank you, Tyrone Price. Tyrone Price, I hope I see you again. Listen, if you're not subscribed to Shawan Burns on YouTube, you need to subscribe to Unpopular Opinion on YouTube and All in the Queue. Today, All in the Queue will be going live with her members only. We have an investigation to do tonight. You still have time. Membership isn't that much. I think it's like $4.99. Okay, membership is not that much. We got an investigation to do tonight. I will be doing it with my members. Listen, I will be showing my members what it takes for me to get ready for a show so that you can understand the amount of work and time that goes into putting together these presentations. Super Producer is not going to put no junk out there. I'm not going to put no lies out there. So I absolutely research all of these things. It takes time. Okay. It takes time. So make sure if you want to be a part of the investigation tonight and see how I put things together and how I walk through things and think about things, then join All in the Queue and you are going to learn. You got trouble accessing your accounts. What accounts, Tyrone?
I hope it ain't money in it. In
Listen,
these accounts.
I'm thinking it's Tyrone the billionaire. Hold on.
You better call Tyrone. Call.
Oh my God. It's time for me to go get my coffee. Shawan is rubbing off on me. Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not. And so I have that tonight, Thursday night at 7 Central Standard Time, 8. Is it 7 or 6? I don't know. I have to let y'all know. My Simply Sisters show with Winters Hall from the 810 News Media Group will be back. And funny you say that because they're calling me now. Okay. And then on Friday, I will do the investigation. I will show the general public my investigation. Saturday, my Nah But For Real show. Sunday, I don't want to talk to anyone. Okay? I won't be talking to anybody. There you go. Come on, Jim C. Now, Jim C, let me tell you what I'm going to get. I'm going to get some chicken livers and I don't know what else I might throw in there, but I'm going to fry me some chicken livers. I know that for sure. Thank you, Jim.
I'm gonna buy me some eggs.
You can buy some eggs, okay?
Yeah.
Because listen, they getting expensive. 30 eggs is $16.49.
Did you see that?
I'm finna buy me a chicken.
So they could lay some eggs. I know.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Okay, because then I could just go outside and get them. Absolutely not. I got to drive to the store, put them in the bag myself, go through self checkout, and it's costing me $16.
That's crazy.
Jim C, don't do that. Don't do that now, because you got to eat your liver so you can keep your iron levels up. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. I'll see all of my members or whoever decides to join later this evening. It will be 7:30 CST, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you what it takes to be a good content creator.
Okay.
All right, and y'all watch Shawan at 12:30. So in just a few minutes.